The monthly account summary is basically an income statement. At the top, you'll notice we have the date and time run. Below that, we have the title and accounting period. In this case, the current open month of April 2014. Below that, we see the project, task, award, and org that the report was run for. In this case, the report was run for a division, which was why we see charging division instead of org. The identity of the division has been hidden for confidentiality. The report columns are budget, then fiscal year-to-date actuals for the month preceding the account period selected, then actuals for accounting period selected and the month prior to that. Next is a total of fiscal year-to-date actuals, then a column of total commitments, and then a subtotal of actuals plus commitments. Finally, a projected remaining balance column shows the budget less actuals. You'll see revenues, expenses, and fund transfers broken out by the expenditure type hierarchy value selected. In this case, it's by major parent account. If there are any balance sheet accounts, they will appear at the end of the monthly account summary. Even though we selected all awards and no page break for awards, you will see a separate report for each sponsored award, followed by a consolidated report for all GenApp funds, then a separate report for all other funds. In this report, we're looking at the monthly account summary report for GenApp funds only. The next section is the Payee Trend. As mentioned earlier, it's a 12-month trend by Payee, and then the expenditure type hierarchy choice, which you selected earlier. Here, we see similar headings at the top for the PTAO selections. The trend report can be many pages. Here, we're just going to show the first 2 pages. The next section is detailed transactions for the last closed month. Again, we'll just show the first 2 pages. As before, we see the PTAO selections at the top, followed by revenue, expense, and funds transfer transactions at the expenditure type level selected. The columns are pretty self-explanatory. One to note is the click link for invoice image column. If there is a blue link in that column, you can click it to view an image of the transaction detail. Further details on this functionality can be found in the quick guide located within the accounting manual. You can find a link to that accounting manual on the same page where you launched this video, near the bottom listed under Related Documentation. The next section is detailed transactions for the current open month, which displays the same information described earlier, but for the current month. You saw an example of that earlier, so we'll move along to the last section of the report, which is the pending commitment section. We're able to see this because we selected commitments as the projection choice when we were setting the parameters for this report. If we had selected budget, then we would see the remaining budget. Revenue, expense, and funds transfer commitments are shown by the expenditure type hierarchy value selected. Since commitments are a part of your account's projected remaining balance, it is important to review them for accuracy. Here is the first page of that commitment report. Now that we're done using the portal, it is recommended to exit by closing the browser tab. You can also log off if you want to leave the browser open and return to the portal later.